Chapter 13, Ananda-Vrindavana-Campu. At that time, Krishna thought, those yogic brahmanas are not actually charitable towards others. They simply make a big show with their elaborate fire sacrifices. It seems that their charity does not extend beyond the limits of their own bellies. Although mentally disturbed, the cowherd boys tried to explain the situation to Balaram. They said, O Ram, we have never seen such harshness as we saw today in the eyes of those brahmanas. They are yogic brahmanas in name only. Actually, they are first class fools because they do not know the real purport of the Vedas. Mentioning your names, we begged foodstuffs which are pleasing to the soul. What to speak of giving charity, they did not even answer us, which is the minimum response enjoined in the Vedas. But in their homes, we saw and heard them saying so many things such as cook this, fry that, let us drink, eat, come, go outside, take this away. We saw those brahmanas, the crest jewels among the jnanis, busily engaged inside their houses eating palatable foods. Outside their houses, many thousands of people milled about, being angry. We did not bother to go there, seeing the quality of generosity being so dishonored in the hands of the Brahmanas. We did not want to stay there for a moment. By going to them, we received nothing more than utter humiliation, whereas they enhanced their family prestige by performing a huge yagya. O Krishna, our dear friend, you brought back nothing but the smoke that we momentarily inhaled at the fire sacrifice. Like the Vedic injunctions, all of your instructions are held as crest jewels on our head. Just as nectar never turns salty, how is it that your infallible words put us into such embarrassment? Krishna smiled mildly and spoke some sweet, pleasing words mixed with cleverness. Oh, you boys, why are you affected by false anger? You should not have such a defiant, antagonistic mood like a newly married woman. It is natural that your minds are disturbed because selfish people like those brahmanas always cause suffering to others. Finding the faults in others is the habit of common people, but you should not see like this. Being preoccupied with Ihe Yagya, the Brahmanas obviously could not attend to you. Listen carefully. You should follow my perfect advice and achieve the desired result. The wives of the Brahmanas are also present in the Yagyashala, but they are embodiments of kindness, compassion, and purity. They possess the wealth of having completely surrendered their minds to me. Although they are women, they do not take pride in turning beggars away from their doors. These women do not see anything unfavorable for my service. They immediately feel ecstatic upon hearing my name and viewing my transcendental form. They will happily give you plenty of food to remove your hunger. Besides being adorned in golden ornaments, the wives of the Brahmanas regularly receive and willingly distribute gold in charity. Although they are Brahmanas' wives, instead of sitting on the ground like ordinary women, they sit on golden thrones like queens with their bodies radiating a splendid luster. Feeling gladness within your hearts, go to their private quarters. In my name, ask for abundant foodstuffs which will bring you all satisfaction. The wives of the Brahmanas, who are just like desire trees, will definitely gratify your cherished desires. O my friends, taking my words as a Vedic injunction which is dear to you and to them, go there again and beg for food. Being inspired by Krishna's powerful presentation, the Gopas left the garden full of fresh creepers. Riding the waves of pleasure, they quickly returned to the Yagyashala. In a submissive mood, they approached the private chambers of the wives of the hard hearted Brahmanas. Just as lightning spread throughout the sky and earth, similarly, the boys saw the Brahmanas' wives fully ornamented with the effulgent wealth of prestige. As the lightning and rain in Shravan month become separated from the clouds, similarly, the Brahmanas' wives had given up sense enjoyment due to separation from Krishna. Although lightning flashes out of a cloud in a harsh way, the Brahmanas' wives appeared soft hearted. Lightning flashes brilliantly for a moment and is then detached from the body of the cloud, but the bodies of the Brahmanas' wives always emitted an attractive radiance. As lotuses grow in the water on straight stems, similarly the wives of the Brahmanas spoke in a straightforward way. The wives of the Brahmanas resembled golden creepers of flowing beauty moving here and there. But from separation from but due to separation from Krishna, they could not find any pleasure. Even without the night, they exhibited effulgences rivaling the glowing full moon. The absence of Krishna, however, they always felt unhappy. The Yagyapatnis, wives of the Brahmanas, existed like the personified flames of a fire. Their saintly qualities derided the flame of Arundhati, the chaste wife of Brahmarshi Vashishtadev. Somehow they maintained a joyful state by the strength of their affection for Krishna, which acted like a celestial herbal medicine to sustain them and burned like the steady flame of an oil lamp. During any ceremony, these beautiful Brahmana ladies always behaved perfectly according to time and place. They displayed the limit of worldly conduct by welcoming their guests with sweet words and serving them first class food. Due to their love for the Lord, they knew how to act properly in all circumstances. As vines of parental affection, they could not ignore the pleas of hungry children. Tolerating the shouts of their angry husbands, they appeared as the embodiments of forgiveness on the earth. Each one of them exhibited many attractive qualities, such as purity of purpose and absolute dedication to the Lord. Their wealth surpassed even that of the heavenly king Indra, who protects others with his thunderbolt. Upon seeing the Yagyapatnis, the boys immediately said, O magnanimous wives of the greatest Brahmanas, we offer our obeisances to your pinkish lotus feet that are the source of generosity and happiness. We are close friends of Krishna, the personification of all knowledge. Please listen to our humble appeal. That one utterance of Krishna's name resonated within the ears of the Brahmanas' wives millions of times over. Startled and astounded, they forgot everything and exclaimed, What kind of enchanting mantra is this? Just as a she deer becomes helplessly attracted by the flute melodies of a hunter, similarly the Yagyapatnis swooned in ecstasy upon hearing the sound of Krishna's name. The pure-hearted wives of the Brahmanas who appeared on the earth like the predominating deities of the Upanishads stopped cooking and looked respectfully at the cowherd boys while fixing their minds in meditation. Inspired by Krishna's reassuring words, the boys smiled pleasantly and completed their request to the ladies. O wives of the Brahmanas, we are very hungry. We did not take any breakfast and have been playing all day. The Prince of Vrindavan, who is the reigning Cupid of this world and the object of your worship, sent us to beg food. Krishna is waiting nearby with his elder brother Balaram, who always showers Krishna with joy and shines with the power of King Indra. Our dear friend Krishna is known throughout the world. Surely you must have heard about him from the lips of the great devotees. Even as a baby, he made the cruel witch Putana famous by giving her the post of his nurse. As a small boy, he pushed the terrible Trinavarta demon into the earth and turned Bakasur into an ugly corpse. He vanquished the venomous serpent Aghasur and banished Kaliya from the Yamuna. What more can we say about his fantastic exploits? The glories of all the demons and devotees in the entire material manifestation cannot compare with a drop in the ocean of Krishna's unlimited nectarian glories. Upon hearing these words, the hearts of the ladies immediately melted in ecstatic love. They felt that the great treasure of Krishna's form, which is a constant flow of beautiful nectar appearing as inconceivable eternal existence, had suddenly manifested before them. The thought of directly meeting Krishna stole the chariots of their minds. Somehow or other, the eternal perfection that they desired for so long was now appearing before them. Drowning in an ocean of bliss, their eyes flooded with tears, and their tender creeper like bodies erupted in blissful bumps. Their senses went numb and stopped working. The transformation infused them with new life. This newly acquired good fortune enhanced their beauty. Their bodies displayed a splendid elegance as the intensity of their desire to meet their beloved increased more and more. Nourished by such hankering, the eyes of the Yagyapatnis filled with the form of Krishna. Seeing their increasingly ecstatic condition, the cowherd boys felt perplexed. While looking at each other with astonishment, they said, upon hearing our appeal, these respectable ladies went in with the desire to see Krishna, inward with the desire to see Krishna. Their actions are very strange. They are not moving, speaking, or looking at anything. Alas, has some evil planet mesmerized them? It is not surprising that the Brahmanas treated us rudely and totally ignored us. They did not even acknowledge our arrival or give us anything. But we are amazed that their lotus eyed wives failed to give us anything even after attentively hearing our request and showing us so much loving affection and intention to serve. Who can understand the mentality of the Yagyapatnis? How did their behavior change so radically? Something created a sweet mellow within their minds and made them ecstatic. That transformation could neither remove the cause nor remove the effect. While the humble cowherd boys talked in this way, the wives of the Brahmanas, although failing to respond verbally, went directly into their huge kitchens, which were thoroughly stocked by their maidservants. On a large plate, they expertly piled up rice, vegetables, and other delicious food which represented their loving desire to please Krishna. The delicious items included creamy cakes, sweet breads, chapatis, yogurt, and a complete array of delicacies to lick, chew, drink, and suck. They lovingly prepared food of all the six tastes, just as the caves, Kandar, and gentle wind blowing on Govardhan hill served the Lord. Similarly, they collected many kinds of root vegetables, Kanda, to please the Lord. Before offering them, they artistically arranged all the fragrant, juicy, delicious, and colorful preparations. Just as a woman beautifies herself by wearing golden ornaments, similarly, the varieties of attractive vegetables like shak and shukta embellished the offering. As the minds of the Yagyapatnis enriched with spontaneous bliss, similarly, the opulence of the offering increased by adding first class dals, and soups. As a divine weapon released in a battle is invincible, similarly, the different varieties of cooked spinach acquired undefeatable tastes and qualities. The ladies scented the offering with their pure desire to prepare everything with love and devotion. Just as the Ganges looks beautiful flowing past Kashi, similarly, the wonderful varieties of food looked very attractive. According to their heart's desires, the Yagyapatnis put these foods in golden pots with crystal lids. The pots glittered attractively from the different objects reflected on their crystal lids. The ladies covered the pots with fine white cloth. Ignoring the many people milling about the sacrificial arena, they held the pots on their upraised lotus palms and walked out. Those best of ladies appeared like many branched desire trees moving on the earth to satisfy the needy. While walking along, they communicated with each other through eye movements and occasionally turned their lotus faces towards Krishna's friends. The submissive cowherd boys ran ahead, showing the way to Krishna. Feeling ecstatic, the cowherd boys spoke in soft, joyful voices to indicate the proper direction. The ladies looked like beautiful lotus flowers wandering over the earth. By carrying pots of food in their lotus palms, they became as fortunate as the gopis who always associate with Krishna. Refulgent as golden lotuses, the Yagyapatnis held the pots and walked with the grandeur of a band of she elephants. The weight of their excessive love for Krishna appeared like a heavy jeweled necklace in their hearts. Anxiety filled their minds. Due to the heavy weight of their pots, full breasts, and hips, the ladies proceeded slowly and steadily toward the Lord of their hearts. Though walking was very painful because they were surrendered souls, they felt no inconvenience while going to Krishna.